There's a book out called Dismissing God, in which the author traces the dismissal of God from our literature, from our books. He writes this: the transcendent is no longer there. The Creator has become an impossible thought, not frameable by the mind. That is the thinking of secular man. And it has long infected our literature, our books, our colleges, and our society right up to this day. But dismissing God isn't anything new, is it? Adam and Eve immediately wanted to be as distant from God as they could be. And there they are. They're hiding in the trees. They're scared to death. They hear God walking and they go into full panic mode. They knew what God said. Maybe He's coming to execute us. We got to hide. But two of my favorite words in all the Bible: but God. But God came seeking the hiding sinner in this situation. And here we see the first sight of grace in the Bible. The first expression post-fall of the kindness of God. It's the first indication that there might be the possibility of a reconciliation here. Because we don't see God thundering into the garden here, do we? There are no lightning bolts of judgment coming down out of heaven to incinerate Adam and Eve for what they've done here. Rather, next, look in verse 9. It says, "Then the Lord God called to the man and said to him, 'Where are you?'" Now, considering what God had said about the consequences of disobedience, this surely seems to be a much more gentle approach from God than one might think, right? There's no lightning bolts of judgment here. But this is the seeking God who is still in the business this day of seeking sinners. Now, would it have been just if God had executed Adam and Eve right there on the spot? Would that have been just? Absolutely, it would have been. They broke His law. He's God. He sets the terms. He sets the sentence. He's in charge. And there's nothing in them that elicits from God any kind of deserved kindness. In fact, quite the opposite is what we see in this text. This right here is grace. This is the first time we see grace. And it isn't yet the grace that grants them salvation. Not yet at this point. This is grace that withholds from them destruction. This is grace that withholds from them what they deserve at that moment.